Hey.
Oh, hey, girl.
Shit.
Oh,
I didn't realize.
Yeah, you can't. You have to make it not loop. Just click it again. Hi.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you guys
Yay,
all for
Joe.
such nice messages, everything last week. And
Okay.
thanks to Justine and Erica for sticking in there for me.
It actually went really great, but I mean, I feel much more chill now because I have someone else who can actually like handle all the pictures and stuff. So we got a great lineup.
I do want to mention that if you are listening through our normal podcasting places, this is actually our YouTube live. So we are on our weekly YouTube live at 3:30 Mountain Standard Time on Mondays. Just wanted to make sure that was clear. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like I'm actually we both just did. We're doing a triple today, and we just did our Sex and the City episode, the baby shower. The baby.
Yep.
You gotta see the baby.
And then I pounded some microwave nachos, and yeah, that's a good start. A good start, friends. A good start. So anyway,
do you want to address? Do you want to talk about your dog, or is that like done?
Oh, so if you didn't listen to our other stuff last Monday, I did have to put my dog to sleep. It was very challenging because she was my dad's dog, and if you did not know, my dad passed away 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I knew I had known her my whole life, or her whole life, and it was super hard. And that's why we were a little tiny bit delayed on things last week. But you know what, baby? We're back and raring to go.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, we did a costume change.
We did. And you know what's so wild is like the first one, I was wearing a pink shirt, like we were wearing solid pastels.
Just solid colors, yeah.
Kind of. And then this one, we both showed up like full florals. Yeah. We're like, all right. Yeah, but
we know what's going on here. Antique Krista says, because of you two, I started a Sex and the City rewatch this weekend.
I love it. You know what? It is pretty good. And I'll say, if I am moving in the direction, if you do follow our Patreon, or if you don't, you can check it out at patreon.com/podinthecity. But over there, we're talking about girls this week. I just want to pop that up. It is I'm coming around. So
I fucking told you. You never believe me.
I laughed out loud a few times. And then as far as our Sex in the City this week, we're on the baby shower, which is a classic episode. And this is when the fashion started popping off, baby.
Yeah. Justine says it's fabulous.
It is fabulous. Thank you. I do want to mention, we do have also, I'm going to shut up about the Patreon. We do have a new level on our Patreon, the fabulous level. And you know what's so funny? Our very first 2 members of our fabulous level are Shannons.
They're the same name.
Shannons. Thank you, Shannons. If there's any other Shannons listening, baby, you know where you belong, and that's on the fabulous level. So we'll see you over there. Really, all that does is you get to watch a video of us doing our Patreon episodes. So if you want to watch more of this, I've been practicing. What's that called? Mewing or something?
Smizing?
No, it's a thing that kids are doing. It's called mewing.
Oh, mewing. I've never fucking heard that. Latrice, I need you to not like be in here anymore. Go away.
Meg, on our Patreon, we added a fabulous level, and it's $10 a month, and it includes the video levels. And then we also, I did tease on our what we just recorded, that we are going to do a deep let's get deep episode, maybe like a once a month type thing where we each share something a little deeper that I'm too embarrassed to share for the general public. So people who are willing to, do all that, you jumped through a tiny hoop. Not a tiny, it's a very big hoop. We appreciate your support. Also, if you have not subscribed Baby, what the fuck are you doing? Subscribe to our YouTube.
You're jumping the gun.
Oh, sorry. Guys, I'm excited.
You missed a week. Let's get into some housekeeping. And I can't remind everyone enough. This is Robyn Brown's kitchen. Didn't mean to push that twice.
One exciting thing that we're doing over on our Sex in the City apps are we are looking for sexy stories of all types. All right. Now, we did originally post this. I sent a joke version of this
I didn't know
to Amanda.
I can't tell when you're joking.
And she posted it. The one that said one annoying fag. I figured, just so you guys know, I was the one who wrote that. So Amanda,
well, I think everyone assumed that I would never write that. But I love that you took out the annoying fag and then left the fact that I'm asexual. I'm not asexual. I just hate men.
Well,
I'm not horny currently.
It was saying that F word that was like maybe a little, you know, I didn't want to give people the wrong impression. All right.
Yeah. But let's let everyone think that I'm asexual.
But please, if you do have a fun sex, kind of like a sex story, send it into our email. It's patcpod@gmail.com. And we've gotten some really, really good and funny ones. Like we really appreciate it. And we totally share them anonymously. So if you're like, ooh, but I had this brilliant epiphany. I was sleeping and I bolted up, like, you know how like in the movies, like someone's asleep and they bolt straight up because they had this brilliant idea. If you are too embarrassed to send us your sex story, because we did have someone who was like, I know they're anonymous, but you're going to know that I shared that. Here's a great idea. Go to Gmail, sign up for a new Gmail account, totally anonymous, send us an email. And then here's the really important thing. Log into YouTube with that Gmail account and subscribe to our YouTube. You can make as many Gmail accounts as you want. You could make 15 Gmail accounts. Now, I'm not asking you to do that, but we are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers.
We're getting there.
I mean, if you felt like it, make an extra Gmail account, log into our YouTube, and subscribe, baby. Subscribe. And now, Amanda, I hear that you're doing something exciting.
I was just really quickly. Oh, okay. Well, yes, there's this. I was really quickly going to say everyone can also go on on all social media and fucking blow up a Patreon and let them tell them, hey, do you want to pay all of your creators? Because everyone's missing their money.
So like Patreon won't pay out their money at this moment. Yeah. I guess there's something.
But don't worry, they have an automatic email response that.
But again,
takes
please don't
7 business days. Yeah, please
don't let this deter you from joining our Patreon. It's a great community. It's all love and support over there. So
best customer service in the biz, honestly. But anyway, so this Sunday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
10 a.m.
Yeah, I know. It was just kind of just happened that way. But also keep in mind that there is a time change that day. So it's making all of this way more complicated. All of this is complicated. I think it's going to be a shit show, but a fun shit show. And you guys all know all of these 4 podcasts that are going to be participating, and all of us are a shit show. So it's Who Wants to Be a Sister Wife? It's going to be a trivia between surviving sister wives, Corey and Carly, Little Miss Recap. And one of the hosts there is Amanda. So that's going to be fun. 2 Amandas. We Love to Hate Everything, me and Jody, and Sister Wives Shit Talk, Ace and Caitlin. They're the one that's hosting it. And we're just going to do a little trivia. And it's going to be intense. And I feel like it's going to end with all of us screaming and crying. Pouring like cold water on my face.
I don't know enough about Sister Wives, but I did get traumatized numerous times today watching.
Do a spoiler. Do a spoiler impression.
I have to have the arm up because that's really important. And in case you didn't know, that's Robyn Brown giving birth to whatever that thing that popped out of her. That was traumatizing, y'all.
Yeah, you know, I've never seen a real newborn baby like that. And also, and then meanwhile, here, this guy in the background.
You know, the unfortunate thing was I couldn't catch a screenshot of him directly, so that's just why I used this amazing reference photo.
Oh, it's fine. This is my Tinder picture. the one Tinder picture.
Y'all. Yeah.
This is how not horny I am. That's why I'm like, oh, I'll just do it. Anyway, what else? Really quickly, also, coming up this week on Pod in the City. That's our Patreon and our regular main feed.
So weird is that it's like babies through all of that. The baby shower, Robyn's baby.
Oh.
Girls, there wasn't a baby,
no.
But they act like Nepo babies.
Nepo babies. There you go.
Hey.
Yeah. We got Girls season 1 episode 4, Hannah's Diary, which is a great episode. I knew that would be the one that you would finally be like, okay, this is fun.
I laughed out loud a few times, which was more than other weeks. So I'm really happy with.
Oh wait,
I was like, am I in a good mood or something? Yeah, I know. I jumped the gun. You know me. I just get excited.
Sex and the City, the baby shower. Click that subscribe button, guys. That's all you have to do. It's free. We're never going to email you. You can forget we even existed after you do
Did
that.
You mention, though, too, that you're going to be on an episode of The Shore Store?
I am. I already recorded it yesterday with Justine. And it was, oh, God, I don't even remember what fucking happened. But Jax was drunk and sweating the whole time and coked out.
So James Kennedy
episode? Was coked. Yeah, it was an episode of VPR.
So they were covering an episode of Vanderpump Rules. So check it out, y'all.
Yeah, James. He's been rescued.
Good God.
Fucking Lisa.
So if you've also were listening to our Sex in the City, Amanda really was getting nostalgic. She was feeling some kind of way over this Winnie the Pooh history moment. And so she did post the video on our Patreon, and we did find out the real... What was the real...
Canadians know this. And they've actually done this on Drag Race, Joan. I think they did on... Canada's Drag Race. They did an episode where they did like impersonations of these stupid fucking commercials.
Okay, I've watched Canadian.
Okay, so that's Canada's what it is.
Okay, I get. Okay.
So for any Canadians out there, all of our American listeners have no idea what we're talking about. But in Canada, we would have these weird ass commercials about like, hey, here's a minute and a half of just something cool that Canada did. And the one that I was talking about was this Winnie the Pooh thing with this like gay, super gay kid. He's like 2 years old. I mean, he's dressed to look very... I mean, I would love to know where that kid is now. But it's showing that the reason that Winnie the Pooh exists is because of Canada. And Winnie the Pooh is named after Winnipeg because a soldier in the World War owned a bear, gave it to a zoo in the UK, and was like, I named her Winnie after Winnipeg, my hometown. And then it shows like a dad with like his gay little boy. Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to write, Christopher Robyn, I am going to write stories about this bear. And the kid's like, call him Winnie, because the name is Winnie. Winnie the Pooh, Daddy. Winnie the Pooh. And he's like, why Winnie the Pooh? And he goes, just that, Winnie the Pooh. And then it's like a part of our heritage, Canada.
So again, friends, if you would like to hear very topical, very of the moment stuff, check out our Patreon, y'all. Check it out.
Every Canadian watching this right now is like, oh yeah, that weird fucking commercial. It's like so weird, but like I just remember Winnie the Pooh, Daddy. Okay. One last thing, over on my other podcast, me and Jody are doing Sister Wives. Oh, did you delete it? I deleted it. Don't worry. Oh no, wait, here we go. On Patreon.com/love to hate TV. We're doing Sister Wives season 10, episode 4, Unforgiven. This is where Mary asks Robyn if she can take Solomon with her to Utah for a couple of days to visit Leon, and Robyn's like, but he's never slept in another bed before, so no.
Oh dear. You guys aren't done recapping oh my god, Sister Wives over there?
No, we're only on season 10, Joan. There's 19 seasons.
Well, you know, I did get the blind whammy today when the episode I was assigned was 44 minutes instead of 22.
I noticed that, and then I was like, I'm just not going to tell him. Because then he might not watch it. They're all going to be about 42 minutes.
You're lucky. I knew I had to do it for here. Our loyal listeners, I know they just itch all week to hear what I have to say about.
I think they
Cody
do.
Brown. No, I know.
We're all very upset.
I know. I'm trying. Trust me, all. I tried.
Do you like Sister Wives or Girls better?
Oh God, Girls.
Okay.
Sorry. At least it's kind of entertaining. Like Sister Wives, like there's just a lot to take in and just a lot of weird moments that make me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Where Girls doesn't really make me uncomfortable, and then Adam shows up all the time, like in the episode we're gonna talk about. He is chef's kiss, baby.
He's shirtless the whole time. Now, who's a bigger villain, Cody Brown or this little like who's a bigger villain, honestly?
I think that I don't know. It's hard to say. They're both horrible. Probably Cody Brown, because the way he like was jizzing himself over the birth of his child, he acted like I've never seen such a manic episode happening in a person there, like because it's going on.
Do you know about Knife in the Kidneys?
No.
Okay, well.
Sorry, I'm trying.
No, I'm not disappointed. That made my nipples hard that you don't know about that, because you are going to, I don't even know what you're gonna do. You might drive up to Flagstaff and murder Cody after watching it, because it's.
Well, I hear they're living in Chandler now, so.
You did? No, you didn't.
That's what the rumors are.
No, they were seen in Chandler.
But they are seen here quite often, and
I know, because they go to Scottsdale Fashion Square a lot.
People believe that they have a home here too. Maybe.
I mean, probably the way they fucking throw around their Janelle's money. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the comments. You guys are all hilarious. What's next? I think that's it for housekeeping. Do you want to go on to hot topics? And the first thing on the docket is really fun.
I do.
All right, let me press this thing. And of course, I didn't edit out the air at the end of this thing, but people are like, no, it's going to be weird now if you edit it out. So I'm just going to leave it. There we go. And we're back. All right, what are you drinking? Oh, ginger. Oh,
it's actually a Sprite. Zero sugar.
Ooh.
Your Fresca looks different there.
Oh, I'm in Canada, Joan.
I like that design.
What does yours look like?
It like looks like a basket kind of on the front.
Oh, all right. What do we got here? Okay, so I'm gonna let you just take over this story.
All right. If you did not hear, please listen to our Sex and the City episode of last week.
Yeah,
because
that's the main feed, free feed.
Yep, we were sitting on some bad boy. This is a TikTok sound. A bad boy piece of information. We had a person who happened to work at a restaurant in the LA area.
Very good friend of both of us.
Who text us at like 9:00 at night to say that Chris Noth was in their restaurant. The restaurant had been rented out for a private party of some sort. And so Chris Noth was the guest, one of the guests at this party. And I'm going to just say, go back and listen to our Sex and the City episode, because I do an entire recount of the texting back and forth, the whole thing. But we do want to show a couple pictures. Because
fucking so funny.
Because
he waited on him for like hours. And he got 2 pictures. So I'm like, we're both like, you need to be better at taking like paparazzi pictures. You need to like make it look like you're texting or something, and then just have your phone video recording and then screenshot that video.
Exactly. And then I suggested leaving the video recording and then bumping into Chris Noth, dropping the camera or the phone on the ground, having Chris Noth pick it up and give us an endorsement. But We did end up getting the endorsement, luckily. Here, let me show you a couple pictures. Here is one. Right? So you guys can't see my cursor or anything, but Chris Noth is above that silver kind of like dressery type thing in the other room with their back to us. Now, this is the good one. This is the money shot. Here they are. The best one we could get. So it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We did. I do want to.
I mean, it all worked out though for us for the best. It all worked out.
It really did. I mean, I was happy with the face shot, at least. Like all I needed was the face shot.
Him. And I like the silver hair.
I do too. I think he looks pretty good. Now we did we were lucky. We can't
confirm or deny if this is definitely him, but it could be.
This could be him. Let me see if this will work.
This is Chris Noth, and you're listening to Pod in the City.
Sounds like him to me. It could be.
He didn't necessarily say he liked our podcast. He just said you're listening to it. So, maybe he's friends with Linda. In case you guys didn't know, Linda's my new best friend who said that we were annoying and asked if our podcast ever got better. And I told them, no, it doesn't.
John's in the early stages of podcasting where he's having to go through all of these like stages of like, oh, people are really dicks sometimes. It's him. People are saying this is him, obviously. It's him.
I'm kind of in a spot where I'm like, if you don't like it, just don't listen to it. If I don't like something, I don't listen to it. I don't waste my time going online. Chris knows. Well, he didn't say he liked it. He said you're listening to it.
And it may or may not have been him, but there is no way to know for sure.
You know what? If it wasn't him, it's someone who's like, they have a really good actor.
Very good actor, does good voice work. So thank you.
Yeah. So where are we at now? Oh, okay. So we're gonna make a slight transition here. All right. Yeah. Lala is pregnant. Yippee. My least favorite person on Vanderpump Rules is having another baby. With who?
Has that even been said?
I don't think we know. And I'm not sure that I'm not judging, but Lala sucks. How about that?
I actually like Lala.
Hey, Lala. She's sucks. Okay, so we have some ideas. Justine believes. I didn't mean it like that.
VIP.
I just said Jesus Christ. Oh, I wasn't going to say. Anyway, we're on live now. So
You're good.
Justine says that it was a sperm donor, which is interesting. I remember the episodes like last season after Lala had left Randall. She's in wherever they went. They went to, oh God, a place in Arizona, and it's like a really shitty lake. Anyway, they went to somewhere bad, and Lala hooks up with a guy that she meets at the bar, and she's talking about how wet the bed was after he did her and all this stuff. You don't remember that last season?
No. But I did watch the whole last season.
It was that season where Raquel went with them. Oh, Havasu. Thank you, Amy. Lake Havasu.
Is that where Ariana's dog dies? And then she has to go home early.
I can't remember if it was there,
the Katie divorce thing.
Raquel went with them, and Raquel left during it.
Yeah, it was that one, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, but I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so Lala purports herself to be this, like, I don't know, but she doesn't follow through. That was about it. Amanda had written Lala's pregnant, but now I'm like, I don't even know what to say.
I don't care.
I don't like her.
Yeah, if she wants to be pregnant, good for her. Great.
And do you know who also I do not like? Speaking of, is
any of them?
Where is it again? I don't know where the picture is. Tom Sandoval. Please, God, bravo. Stop trying to make Tom Sandoval a martyr and trying to make it like we feel bad for this person. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm done. This last episode, I was like, I can't even continue this shit. I cannot continue to watch this man be like, everyone treats me so bad. I'm just so like, this is like, I hate everyone. It's just so, it's unfair. You're 45 years old, sweetie. Shut the fuck up and get over it.
Now, I definitely said this on the VPR episode at the Shore Store with Justine yesterday, but the reason I love Tom Sandoval the most is that he's so easy to do an impression of, and all you have to do is this, Lisa.
How about the standout scene where everyone's hitting the wall?
My mouth was agape. I was like, I can't believe this is being shown on television, and that this is unironic somehow. No one's being ironic.
What surprised it? Like it proves to me that Tom Sandoval is a narcissistic piece of shit. He has absolutely no self-reflection at all. He acts like he's done nothing and that the world needs to apologize to him. That was where the audacity was coming along in here, being like, well, I expect an apology from them. An apology from them? How about he never once was just like, you know what? I'm a piece of shit. And
he's doing that manipulative thing where he's like, I just want to say, James, thank you for being nice, okay? It's really nice that you're being kind to me. And James is like, okay, mate. And then they're smash on this wall, and Tom's like, Lala! Scandival! Worm with a mustache! Again, you're 45 years old.
And what was the outfit? What was this outfit?
Outfits. They're always
it's the one in that photo. It's like a rockabilly shirt type situation. Like, babe, you are not a rock star. You're in Lake Tahoe. And you're dressed like you're like cruising down the strip in Las Vegas. What's going on?
But he's about to announce tour dates for Tom Sandoval's and the Most Extras. And
he was just here. He was just here 2 weeks ago.
Okay, but I can't go to the US because I didn't famously
I also refused to go.
No, Joan. If he comes to the Calgary Stampede, because me and Justine think that he might be in the Calgary Stampede. So obviously you're coming, and you're
When is that?
It's like July. And you're going to cowboy the house down.
Do we think that I'll be able to write that off? Because, I mean, that's kind of an expense to come.
Probably not. Arizona to Calgary?
Please support our Patreon to help me get to the Calgary Stampede so I can see Tom Sandoval.
No, it's a story, though, Joan. And I would... I'm not gonna say this part, but like I would be so fucking excited. Like I would be screaming. I would stay up past 10 to watch that.
If I'm coming to visit you for the Calgary Stampede, you're going to be staying up much later than 10 every night. We're going out. I want to see the gay scene in Calgary.
There's a good gay scene, I will tell you that. Hey, we have like 50 people here. Lighting up. All right. What's next? Okay, so what else about VPR? The suing. Let's talk about all this suing.
Oh my God. Everyone's suing everyone, I guess. Dumb. Because everyone's now, okay. The one that I actually understand is Raquel's. Raquel is suing for revenge porn type thing. Which,
yeah, but not Ariana. It's not Ariana's fault. Go after Tom. Ariana didn't do anything to you.
Okay, but what was the situation? Like, did Ariana share it?
According to Ariana, she did not. She saw it, and then that was it. Like, she didn't send it to herself. She didn't send it to anyone else. She just saw it. And she says she never showed it to anyone else. Although I gotta tell you, I probably would. If I had that, I'd be like, look at this shit.
Well, I mean, I'll say back in the day when revenge porn wasn't really a thing, I've seen... Do you know how many dick pics I've seen that were not sent to me? They were sent to my girlfriends of people I've seen. And let me tell you, if you're a friend of mine, If I'm friends with your girlfriend, I've seen your penis, most likely. Just letting you guys know.
Okay, I went out for margaritas with you one day in Arizona when I was visiting, and this is I'm not gonna say who it was. It was one of my ex-boyfriends who I do have a good relationship with, not my ex-husband. And the entire time we're just drinking margaritas, and
actually, I think I think I said, "Oh, I want to see his dick" or something because you were saying how big it was. Yeah. Then you asked him to send you dick pics, and then we were looking at them.
And then I was like, "Look." That's how easy it is. That's how awful people we are. Don't send me a dick pic unless you want.
I don't think that makes you an awful person. I think that if you're sending that stuff out, you need to expect that it could be somewhere at some point.
Yeah. I assume that multiple people have seen like my boobs. I've sent a lot of boob pics.
I mean, only a few people have seen my hole, hopefully. Anyway, just
we had a whole conversation about buttholes like right before we started here, just so you guys know. All right, what's next? Oh yeah, so Ariana.
So whatever. They're all suing each other. I get it, but I also actually get Raquel suing Sandoval for recording her masturbating on camera, which is I think what it was. And yeah.
Yeah, and Tom is suing Ariana, which is dumb. She didn't even pay her rent for 2 months.
But now what's coming out about that, he's actually retracted it already, I believe. Oh, okay. And what's come out is that when he says that he offered her $3.1 million or whatever he said, prior to that, it hadn't even been evaluated. There had been no value given to it. He just made that up. Well, he just made that up of saying, I'll give you this much. So I'm completely, I'm in the camp that they need to move out and sell their house and be done with it.
Yeah. And their house is such a disaster too. Whenever they show the inside of their bedrooms, I'm like, oh my gosh.
The inside of their bedrooms are scary. Yeah. Like the clothes hanging off the dresser and stuff. Like
it's just shit everywhere.
That would make me feel really stressed out, I think.
Are you ready to get into what are we watching?
Oh yeah, baby. Let's do it.
All right. And I don't think you've seen this yet, but this took me forever and it's still really trashy.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
We were on a break!
Have some remorse.
I think that I may be the voice of my generation.
I am someone who is looking for love.
Hey, it's Che Diaz.
That must have taken you a long time. Damn, it took me a long time to just watch it. Shit.
The jump. Just so you guys know.
One part was great.
I know. Well, because you have to move, like you have to time the pictures, and then you have to time the sound at the exact same time.
That's the part I'm impressed about is the sound. I haven't gotten that far.
It sucks. It's the worst.
In case you guys didn't know, T-3 weeks until I have to start watching And Just Like That.
Oh my gosh.
And be assaulted.
Last week of March, Joan.
Y'all.
And Bobby Lee and their podcast.
Anyway, I'm just going to hope that after that, I don't choose to quit the podcast.
I also just want all of you guys to know that during the whole duration of that thing playing, I was like hidden behind and I was twitching the entire time. I was Tourette'ing. Oh, God. I was like,
great.
So, all right, what are we watching?
Y'all, Traitors, baby. This week is the finals of the Traitors. I was really long holdout, but I have now watched every episode. And this week, it was kind of weird. It was really kind of weird. I don't want to give I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff because you don't want to give stuff away, right?
Now, I have a question. I fell off of this. Like, it just wasn't, it just didn't connect with me the way Grey's Anatomy has. But I have watched like half of this. Mm-hmm. Can I just jump in and watch the final episode? Is that going to be a problem?
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah.
I know what's going on. Or you think I need to actually really like put in the time?
Here's what I would do. If you're gonna watch it and you don't really, if you need to quicken the experience, they always do a challenge, and you can almost always just like skip the challenge part. You know, you just bent over to like hit that the wrong way. You realize that, right? I think you were trying to go.
No,
I thought you were trying to like hide behind the picture,
So
and
you
instead
saw
you,
me
you
hitting
showed
it?
yourself more.
Okay, whatever. It's legal in Canada. I was trying to be classy.
Oh my god. So what was I saying?
I don't know. I'm like,
You can skip the challenges.
Yeah.
But watch the part when they're like driving back to the castle in the car after the challenges. I skip most of the challenge parts because they're kind of like, I don't really care about that. I more want to hear their discussions, and the round table part is the most important, you know, leading all up to that.
So much
I
talking,
will say I have a new public enemy, and her name is Trishelle, and I hate that woman. I
hated her since The Real World.
Her. Oh, I've hated her too, but now she's just on my complete shit list. She never shuts up, and she's horrible. So I hate her, and I want her to be banished. But unfortunately, this week's the finale. So,
all right, great, but it's good.
I was thinking I could talk more about it, but I don't want to give stuff away. So
I saw on my TikTok a clip of Alan Cumming and Kristen Chenoweth and Kathy Bates doing
I did too.
Okay,
yeah.
And he is so fucking sexy. There's something just so sexual about him.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Like,
and in that part too, he's great.
Yeah.
Now like nowadays, I don't know that he makes me like his character on the Traitors to me isn't like sexy.
I feel like it's still sexual, but in that Easy Street thing, how old must he be in that? He must be at least like 45 during that. And he's like jumping up on.
That was 20 years ago.
Was it?
Or more. It almost could have been even more than.
It's a bad movie. It's like a bad.
Yeah,
movie.
It's not good, but I think that is a pretty like. I think Kristen Chenoweth, who you I guess don't like.
I think she's one of the most talented people in the world, but it's just that like it's a Lin-Manuel thing where it's like enough.
I get that too. But they're a pretty good group, and I'm okay with. You know what? Kathy Bates for me is a better Miss Hannigan than Cameron Diaz.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna say Carol Burnett, and I was gonna book a plane ticket to Arizona to slap the shit out of you.
No, I would slap the shit out of myself if that was my opinion. Like, no one touches that. No.
You're gonna watch an any Annie movie. You'll watch the 80s one.
Yeah.
Eileen Quinn, Carol. It's perfect.
But the story that happens in that one is quite ridiculous. Going up the
helicopter. That it's insane. Punjab. Okay,
I hate
the way that is resolved is that Punjab. They're like,
which is not in the stage version.
I know because I was in Annie. I was obviously like fourth chorus orphans
after the movie.
After the movie, and I grew up on the movie. And in our very first rehearsal, the director was like, "Just so you all know, there's no helicopter." And all of us kids were like, "What?"
I mean, I agree. I thought for the longest time only had ever seen the movie, and then one time randomly, I saw the stage version, and I was very confused. I was like,
because there's no real like problem in like there's no real.
They have Herbert Hoover like in the stage version come out, yeah.
But in the movie of Annie from the 80s, Annie's climbing up this bridge, like a bridge that like opens and closes for like ships. She's climbing up there, and Tim Curry's like chasing her. He's like trying to like kill her, and Punjab is in a helicopter, and he this is so bad. He unwraps.
It's insane.
What's this called?
A turban.
Yeah, he unwraps his turban, drops it
which
down,
would never happen. Like, you're not. Oh my God.
Well, I think in the case of saving a child, they'd probably be okay with taking off your turban. But he throws down the turban, and Annie just grabs onto it, and she's just like floating away. It's the most insane shit. Like, why? I guess I never really sat and thought about how insane that movie is, but that is really insane.
Yeah. So what were we talking?
I don't know. We got onto Annie somehow. Alan Cumming.
Yes.
Tim Curry.
Oh,
Bernard
the Traitors.
Peters is
Yes.
also in there.
I'm excited to see the last episode of the Traitors this week, except it's gonna be kind of boring because I don't know. Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. Phaedra got kicked off last week, and so basically,
I knew that. Yeah.
you kind of.
I love spoilers.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
now it's just down to Kate.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know. I think CT could win. He's the last man somehow, but it doesn't really work like that because multiple people can win.
Okay, yeah, right.
What comes down at the end really happens is they start voting. I guess in the next episode, the Traitor's going to get to kill one more person. And then they're going to have like the final talking where they can banish people and then they choose to continue or not. If people choose to continue, they continue voting them out until they think they've gotten all of them. So like last year, they got down to the final 3, thought they had gotten rid of all of them. And we're like, yeah, let's move forward. And then one of them was a traitor. So then the traitor ends up winning. But if the other two would then split the money. So I don't know. It could be 2 people, 3 people, 4 people.
If anyone wants to know what my face would look like if I just had a stroke, you can just rewatch that.
I was thinking like, what's going on right there? What's happening?
I don't have the energy to take this in. I'm going to talk about Love is Blind next week. I did watch it, but like we need to like move, and I was going to pull pictures, but then all this shit was happening all weekend. So the Love is Blind finale happens this week, I think Thursday, and I'll do like a full wrap up, but Love is Blind is great. Everyone should watch it. I'm surprised you're not watching it because it seems like it's really your jam.
It's too straight. It's not gay enough. If they had a gay Love is Blind, I would be all over it.
They have a gay ultimatum.
Yeah.
Or a lesbian
lesbians,
ultimatum.
though. That's lesbians.
Okay.
And now,
Yeah,
I love, trust me, I love a lesbian. I love a lesbian. But there isn't enough, I'll just say it, faggotry. I need faggotry.
Great, fine. So we'll talk about that. And I just wanted to say SNL's Sydney Sweeney was on there this week. And
the star of Madam Web. Yippee. Okay. What are they trying to do? They're bringing all the Madam Web stars on now. Right?
I love Madam Web because it's such a moment in history.
I will say, I've been thinking about going back and going to the movies again and just watching Madam Web. Just cause I don't know. It's in my heart. Now tell me, was anything funny on SNL? Because I have a thought.
Okay, well, it was all about her boobs. It was very sexualizing of her, but she did well. Like in every sketch, like honestly, like I will dislike a celebrity immediately if they do badly on SNL. I'm not saying I would do well on SNL. I'm a terrible actress, but if you do well on SNL, it will completely like make me love you. It's why I have such an interesting relationship with Justin Timberlake, who I do hate, but he did do well on that one episode. But anyway, she comes on. She fit into every sketch in a way that she could have just been a cast member. It was never like, oh, here's the host that's like we're all holding up. She did very, very well. The first sketch is very funny. So check it out. It's just, and Casey Musgraves was the musical guest who I like. So yeah.
I do want to see Kung Fu Panda 4. Thank you. The Kung Fu Panda movies are better than you would expect. They're all good. I was a holdout on Kung Fu Panda for a long time, and
I love Jack Black.
So do
the guy
I.
lost my virginity to looks like Jack Black.
Oh,
but like thin.
Now I'm not thinking I'm like want to fuck Jack Black, but I love him.
I would fuck Jack Black.
My thoughts about SNL, okay?
Yeah.
All I'm thinking about is there's this discourse, all right, all about Raymond. Is his name Marcello? Raymond Marcello? Marcelo.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's on the show. He's one of the cast members of SNL.
Is he the one like the really like rigid like
Marcelo? He's a young like he has like curlyish hair.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, okay.
So online, people are thirsting all over him. Like I get so many thirst edits.
He's
of
got
him
a very
on...
Pete Davidson.
I like his energy, but I don't love. There's this thing that's been bugging me lately on TikTok, etc. People gassing up these people, acting like, oh my God, they're so hot. Like, this is the most hottest man I've ever seen. This is just gorgeous. And I'm thinking like, yeah, he's cute, but you're saying this man is gorgeous? He's like gorgeous? Come on. Now, I was not on the train of this guy, but he did have a sketch, not this last week, but the week before, where they're in an office of some sort. And they're having like an office meeting and they're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And he says, yeah, khaki shorts or something are amazing. And he turns around and he has his full, like half his ass out with these like khaki shorts up his butt. Please tell me someone knows what I'm talking about.
Was this the episode with Dakota
this was like
Johnson?
2 weeks ago. No, it was like not this week, but last week. He has a nice big bubble butt. So I'm now on I'm all about him. I love him. Long story short, after he did that scene where half his ass was out and you could see that he had a big fat ass, I love it. Oh, it was about HR. Yeah, it was about HR. It was. Like,
I think I fast forwarded through most of that Dakota Johnson thing.
Well, y'all go back and watch the Juicy Booty thing.
Do you want to do TikTok next or Jones Movie Corner?
We can do a Jones Movie Corner.
Sorry. What were you saying?
Anyway, I made that little graphic. And
it's amazing.
Last week I was going to talk about No Way Up. So I did talk about that on our Patreon, but I'm going to talk about a movie right now. It is a horror movie.
This is the movie you were watching while our
friend yes, well we were getting so I was at this movie watching it, sending Amanda clips of it, like video clips that I was recording.
Yeah.
Here's the story. I go to the movie. This person starts texting us all about this situation that happens. And then I'm taking videos of the movie. The first video I try and take, I hit record and the flash of my camera goes off. And so it's like fully flashes. Now, if you guys have listened, I do sit in my little private area at the movie. So no one sees me there, but you could definitely see a huge flash at the screen.
Yeah.
Then there's multiple times when I'm just holding the phone up like this for like a 2-minute period, like filming something. At one point, one of the employees of the movie theater came in, caught me off guard because it was a scary movie. I like literally shouted, "Holy shit," when they came around the corner. And then they stood there staring at me because I was recording the movie, I think. And so I have seen Tusk. And what I'll say about Tusk is...
Have you seen Tusk? Oh, we could have been talking about Tusk this whole time.
You like Tusk?
No, I fucking think it's horrifying, but it's like just like it's like an ongoing joke within like our pod community.
I think it's fine. It's not one of my favorite horror movies. It's not really my style. I don't love like torture stuff.
Yeah.
And like you know, keeping the guy and turning him into a walrus is like, okay. Or if they took it further, I think that movie didn't go for it.
You don't think? Well, also Haley Joel Osment is randomly in it.
Well,
which is so weird.
He was in another movie recently where I was like, wait, what the fuck?
He's on the Quiznos episode of Doughboys.
Oh, good God. Anyway, I saw this movie called Stop Motion. Now, looking at this, it is a horror movie. So if you don't like horror movies, sorry, fast forward here a little bit. It's all about...
You're handling the pictures, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For this, yeah. This movie is about this woman, okay? Her mother is a stop motion animator. So if you don't know what that is, it's like where they have little models and they move them really, really slow, take a photo, move it a tiny bit, take a photo.
Like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
Those things freak me the fuck out. That's why I don't like the Muppets.
God, I love.
Oh,
my
no.
God, I love that shit. Yes, if you'd like to hear our Muppet discourse, check it out. There is a preview on our YouTube page of our chatting about the Muppets because I'm a Muppet. I love the Muppets.
I love Muppet Christmas Carol, okay?
Okay. Sure. This woman in this movie, her mother was a stop motion animator, and her mother now has arthritis and basically can't move her hands at all. She has to observe her daughter moving the pieces and directing her daughter to be the stop motion person.
Gosh.
Okay. It's very psychological shit wrapped up in that. But what actually starts happening is the mother ends up in the hospital and the daughter gets to make her own stop motion movie. Okay. Something that's inspired her. Now, if you'd like a preview of Browntown, I'm going to give it to you right now. This is what Robyn's baby looked like when it was born in the episode I watched today. But this is actually the character that represents the girl in the movie. So that's the stop motion woman's character that she's building a movie about, okay? Yeah. She's using this character to represent this story about herself, etc. The villain of this movie is right here. This is the Ash Man. And you can't really see him. He's outside of a window. All right.
Uh-huh.
I would recommend the movie. When I very first, when I heard about it, it was through a TikTok being like, this is going to be one of the top 10 horror movies of the year that everyone's going to be blah, 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 blah. So I will say it was really, really cool. The stop motion scenes were really cool. If you're into that stuff at all, it's really cool. Sorry if that photo freaked you. You guys are so funny. The people who watch this are just...
No, I know they're funnier than like all of the actual podcast.
There's some really long, like I can't really show videos on here. I think.
Yeah, don't.
But there's you guys, if you like horror movies at all and you like interesting premises, I would try this one out. It's kind of interesting.
Justine says, "Looks like me in the morning."
Girl, same. Yeah. I don't usually look that, shiny. I'm a little bit mad. But I was really having flashbacks when they pulled that baby out of Robyn. It looked like that.
Do an impression again.
I feel uncomfortable doing that. And now I've talked about
I've been doing it for years.
We've talked about heavy sex shit, and I feel uncomfortable moaning like that. It's like it feels very intimate.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's weird.
Oh dear. Now let's get into it. TikTok it up, baby.
All right. My worst graphic I've ever made, but I don't care.
Is this new?
Yeah, it's new.
Oh, okay.
I made this in like
TikTok, you don't stop.
It's like really bad. But it was Rosie O'Donnell. TikTok, you don't stop. I probably listened to about 50 different TikToks of Rosie to get like one that sounded good. And then I had to like hold my phone up to like the computer to like get the audio. It was a whole thing. So
you guys, the commitment. Amanda is committed for you guys.
Right. Yeah, Mary says plig ladies don't make noises during birth. It's like a Scientology thing, I think.
Yeah, but Cody made plenty of fucking noise.
Oh yeah.
He never shut the fuck up. He talked the whole goddamn time.
All right, what do we got going on TikTok?
Well, guys, if you are on TikTok, I don't know if you were lucky enough to avoid this. I don't know how, but it was the Willy Wonka experience in Glasgow. This really took over my feed
so
this weekend.
Funny. I mean,
now give us a rundown. What was this, Amanda?
Well, it was like an AI. Oh, we're both like clicking this thing. It was an AI made experience where you go to Willy Wonka's lab factory, and Yeah, and it ended with like a bunch of kids crying and like some of the actors like breaking down in their cars after.
It was advertised using AI imagery. This like very fantastical land. All these people showed up, and it was basically like an empty warehouse with things like these. Now I have subsequently now seen all the related TikToks, and we have found out that these pieces were actually all rented from a party supply company.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That cost about I don't want to.
Yeah, don't show
them yet. Because they are the star of. I mean, here we go. Here's more of the Willy Wonka experience, and here is a shot of how this is how it was advertised.
I get why people are pissed. I mean, I'd be pissed too.
I mean, though, as a theater person, if they had darkened this room, put some fog and lighting, they could have almost done the advertised version. They could have. Amanda, I've seen some spaces transformed with lighting.
Oh, yeah. Lighting would have made
the fact that this is in the middle of the daytime in broad daylight was their biggest issue.
Like, have you ever watched on TikTok, I guess, but any videos of like people in a Disneyland ride and and it breaks down and they have to like turn the lights on? Like, have you ever seen the Peter Pan ride with the lights on? Because it basically looks like that.
Before. Yeah, I've been on rides like that where they've
gotten to walk off a ride before?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, which ones?
I walked off Indiana Jones and I walked off Peter Pan, and that one is scary. Peter Pan is scary because you're like floating. You basically have to go off like a freaking ladder.
Oh my gosh, what an experience.
That's
an basically experience. What this looks like.
But if you do look at, but that's why I say throw some damn lights on this shit. Throw a black light or two and throw some fog on the floor. You could have done something here. You could have done something.
Yeah.
But families, I guess, paid like $100 to go to this or some. Like they paid like some crazy amount.
Like whatever their currency is.
And part of what they got to experience was this. There was one single bounce house. There was this girl who was like dressed as an Oompa Loompa serving giving kids like one single jelly bean in a cup.
So miserable. She was so miserable.
There are videos of her now talking about her experience, and I think she was on the news over there or something. I saw a news now. The star. Okay, let's see. I'll say this one first before I reveal our star. If I've never seen someone who looked more like Willy Wonka, I don't know, man. I don't know. What was the casting notice here? This was the guy who originally came out and was telling all the info about what happened in this. He
cried in his car, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that cried in his car. I've been there.
Girl, I have done some gigs where I don't even think I got paid, and I did worse.
I dressed up as Super Grover and went to a game and took a picture with LeBron James.
You were also on the news, weren't you?
I was on the news,
in the Super Grover outfit. I will say Grover is my favorite Sesame character.
He was always my favorite.
Now, the star of this weekend.
Yeah.
The unknown.
No. This has so
really
funny.
been what has sold it for people was the unknown. Now
it's gonna be the highest rated Halloween costume of this year.
Totally. There's already people on TikTok doing costumes of it. Like there's okay, I saw a video of a drag queen doing that Into the Unknown song, and they do they like changed their outfit completely and put on the wig, had the mirror and everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so like we said, this was an AI generated event, and basically the script that they had to give was that this character, the unknown, was taking over Willy Wonka's factory, or
they created a new story. Yeah.
But I'd be very curious. I think we should get on AI and ask it to create us a Sex in the City experience and see what it what script it gives us and what characters we get to experience.
I'm still sad that I've never been on the Sex and the City tour.
Me too. And do you think they even still do it?
I'm sure they do. Me and Brad went on the Sopranos tour on our honeymoon, and it was like, I mean, if you want to hear that story, check out TRP, because Brad came on a Sopranos episode and we talked about it and how insane it was and how we dropped our joint in front of the guy that played Vito, and he was a dick about it. And he goes, "You dropped your joint." It's like, wow, sorry.
Like, geez, he cares that much? Now,
yeah.
There's also been a new star on TikTok, and that is Miss Peaches.
Miss Peaches! Now, okay, Dave Portnoy, I don't really know. Is
horrible.
Okay, I don't know why. I know nothing about him other than if you want to see the funniest thing in the world, type in most insane pizza review ever, Staten Island, or Dave.
I'm going to start by looking at that he's on Fox News wearing a Vote 2024 shirt. Start there.
All right, well, that's not the best, but I only know him from that, and I find him funny, and I feel like I would definitely be in love with him and then date him, and then he'd call me fat a bunch behind my back.
Oh,
and
he wouldn't date you. Sorry.
No, I mean,
men like
true.
that want dumb, stupid women. Sorry, he probably dates a 20-year-old.
Sweeney looking like, yeah, but he got this dog, and like I know he's very controversial, but he rescued this pit bull from a hoarder situation, like very abusive hoarder situation. Her name is Miss Peaches, and I mean, the amount of like sex he must be having right now from like everyone that's falling in love with him because he's so likable now. And I watched every video like 3 times.
One thing that did turn me slightly around, now I'm not going to change my opinion of him because I'm guessing he's still a piece of crap, is he, I guess, takes the money he makes off the videos with Miss Peaches and donates them to her rescue.
To the rescue.
Which, that makes me cry. I love that. That's great.
I mean, it's also a little bit like he's doing it for himself as well as for views, but like.
So at the 1 hour and 2 minute mark, Amanda gives up on the hair.
I'm so hot, and I could some guy was like
the past hour and a half. Someone has been doing.
I'm opening my window.
Yard work in the snow of Calgary, and blowing the blower directly. Oh, and now there's a cat. Jeez.
Yeah, it's all happening. Hot.
Anyway, so yay. Guess what, guys? I think it's time. I watched a fucking episode. So let's do it.
When are you going to grow up and accept some responsibility?
I honestly forgot what that was. I was like, what did I even do with this one? Did you take a hit during that? Because I did.
So as I said, no, I did. I don't do that. What are you talking about, Amanda? Amanda, what are you talking about? Now, I did watch. Let me pull up my notes because I did take some here. Alrighty, let's go from the top.
So you watch Sister's Special Delivery.
And as I said, you scan through here, and some are 20 minutes. And then you hit a 40-minute, and I'm scanning through thinking, oh, hopefully this is 20 minutes. God. And then it's 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we get it starts out with like the recap of last week, which is like, we get to find out that she's going to have a home birth, basically.
Yeah, they all do.
That's kind of what they all do?
A couple of them did like Janelle and Christine both did like 1 or 2 hospital births each because Christine was high risk. But I think that they like say that it's like religious because it's more calm. But I think it's just because they're all living in fucking poverty because they have way too many kids and wives and they can't afford to go to the hospital. I think is really what it comes down to.
Well, I mean, they didn't even cut the cord until she birthed the placenta. Girl, okay. Here's one thing I noticed is in the intro, Robyn's introduction, she says, "Seems like destiny," doesn't she?
Oh, Joan, you are just catching up on one of the longest inside jokes in the world. Seemed like Destiny, like we're all supposed to be together from the start.
I was like, wait,
Destiny.
what?
Yeah.
What's
her and Cody both say Destiny.
I
so
also hear
dumb.
some I was again taking these notes just randomly. So some are gonna be like nonsensical and some are gonna be
mouth agape, just like what the fuck?
That was first of all, they have it's Robyn in her bedroom or wherever the fuck she is getting ready. They have so much shit.
Yeah.
In each room of these places.
Well, you saw her house in the housekeeping graphic. She just has shit everywhere.
Oh, well, I didn't even mean that. I just mean like furniture, you know, shit. Like she has dressers and attaché cases and
Robyn has a shopping addiction.
Angels all over the place. All right. She's setting up the playpen. Why she's in there all alone, setting up 9 months pregnant, setting up her playpen by herself, I'm not sure. And Mary, it cuts to Mary. She's talking and she's like, Mary, oh no, Mary likes to remind Robyn that she should just be grateful that she's pregnant.
Yeah, I know. It sums up Mary in like one word. And also, doesn't Christine put together the crib? Doesn't Christine just do it? And Robyn's like, oh yeah, thank you, Christine, you're so much better at this than me. It's what I call the Amanda special, where you let somebody else do something for you and you just watch them.
I guess she joined her. To do that. Okay. Because now here's a question I had, and I find out from Amanda that these are
okay. Now this has been discussed. This has been super discussed. Me and Jody broke this down on whatever episode this was. And we broke down what we think this is, but Joan thinks that he definitely knows. We think it's tater tots with congealed Kraft singles over it. What do you think?
That's your final answer.
Yeah, and look at Janelle's energy here.
That's what you came. That's what you resolved.
That's what we arrived on. Yeah, because there's other shots of it.
Now, someone in the chat has to have some other ideas because this is not tater tots. I know what this is. This is Frito chips.
Okay.
And it has caramel poured on top of it.
No, it isn't, John.
It is.
No.
1000%. I need you right now I don't know how you're going to do this, but find that picture. There's a picture where someone's talking in the kitchen. They have the tray there, and there is a pot that someone sticks their finger in and is eating out of it. I think it's one of the kids. This
I'm sure
is Frito chips. Like those little Fritos with a caramel, like.
But why would you put caramel on?
Like a caramel corn type thing, but made with Fritos.
Oh,
like a salty sweet type thing. It does not shock me because when I was like, when I was growing up, we'd go visit Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, Jennifer, it sounds insane. Fritos with caramel, but I swear to God, that was what I thought this was instantly, because growing up, we would make these. It wasn't Fritos, but they had these corn. They were called like it was like a popcorn thing, but it didn't have the kernel. Someone has to know from the Midwest. And we would make that. We'd use these like little things, and we'd make this like caramel corn with that, and it looks like that. I swear I swear that has to be it. I know it's not tater tots. I know it's Fritos, and it may not be caramel, but it is. I know that is Frito chips. I swear.
That's their dinner for the night, because it shows them eating that dinner.
I think that's the dessert.
Yeah, Fat Lemon says
that's like
suddenly tater tots with Kraft singles doesn't sound so bad. Oh, you think it was their dessert?
I think it was like their treat. Because one of them goes over to it. One of the boys goes over to the pan and like pulls some of it off of it. And it looks kind of like a Rice Krispie treat thing made that's like with the Fritos.
Okay. Well, I mean, the best thing about that thing is that there's a couple shots throughout the episode, which you got the shot of Janelle just clearly like, it's now 10 p.m. This thing has it's cold. And she's just like, holy shit.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, I just Googled caramel Fritos.
Yeah.
And there are numerous recipes. There's one called on the Fritos website, sweet and salty Fritos, funky Frito Fruckies.
If anyone wants, it's somebody get a Janelle cameo. She's the cheapest one. It's like $30. And get her to explain what that was.
Or actually just sign up for our Patreon instead. I'd rather you sign up for our Patreon.
And then tell Patreon to give me my fucking payout.
Spend it that way instead. But I swear, someone, please tell us.
No one in the chat's really coming in with you here.
No one's agreeing. In fact, most people are like, that's disgusting.
Like,
now, Amy said they put peanut butter on them too. And this says, pour out the Fritos on a large, shallow pan lined with greased parchment paper. Combine the corn syrup and sugar to bring to a boil with peanut butter, and you pour it across the top.
Okay.
Y'all.
I mean, I love a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. It's my favorite sandwich in the world, so I'm not judging. I'm not judging anyone.
Well, I'm glad that I was here because you guys were assuming that these were not. I cannot believe for the longest time you thought that was
tater tots with congealed cheese.
Okay, I need to.
I might be thinking of a different episode. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to. I have a photo. How do I show it?
All right, well, click on it, drag it to your desktop, and then drag it into overlay, which I've told you 7,000 times now.
Sorry.
Or text it to me. Oh no, just
sorry,
or don't even worry about it.
Oh God.
Before you move on, hang on. Do you want to get the picture and then I can do?
You keep talking while I got it. I just got to figure out how to actually get it in here.
Okay, well, I'm gonna blast through a bunch of Instagram stuff here because Janelle was having a moment on Instagram this week. Actually, wait, I only have 2 pictures. Oh no, I have 3. Okay, here's one. Janelle, do you cook for yourself? She says, my kids are away at a music festival and I've been home alone this weekend. I honestly love the solitude. I don't know. It's tater tots with a Kraft Singles mold.
I'm going to take a pause here and let me show you a piece of evidence that is going to provide this as an open, shut case.
Hey, you did it. Okay, now put up the actual Janelle picture now.
Where is that? Here.
I don't know if that's. I don't know how much evidence that is.
They put foil on the bottom, but it is the same. I believe it. This seems very Sister Wivesy. This is totally something they would make.
Figure that out. All right.
I guess I'm just white trash. Is the problem?
We both.
I mean, like, trust. I've had some janky
I'm from
ass
Calgary.
food.
You're from Mesa.
Oh yeah, and my family's all from tiny town in Minnesota. I've eaten some nasty.
Oh, most of my
weird
family's
shit.
from like Saskatchewan, Regina, Saskatchewan.
This is the new blue or black.
Yes. Hey, I'm going to introduce this to Jody. I need to write a note for that like on our next episode that we record, I'm going to bring this up to her because her mind is going to be fucking blown.
Well,
okay. Here's another, just a lot of food stuff. Wait, what's that?
Okay. So, that really caught me up, but I did have more. I didn't even get through the episode.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have so much actually. I know we did this out of order. I know you usually share your things.
Oh no, you're fine. Let me show these 2 pictures really quickly.
Okay.
We made
those look good.
They do look good, but this is Janelle. This is the most classic Janelle Instagram pic where you put a picture of food, you cover most of the entire picture with the text, and say way too much.
I will say the coloring on these are a lot nicer than any of the other food I've seen her make so far.
Yeah.
So she at least let these get to a golden brown.
She did. We made homemade hamburger buns. They're so much better than what you get from the store. Drooling face. No, not fast to make though. Sadly, we don't have sesame seeds to put on top, and then that's it. And
our friends who are from Minnesota. My family was from Thief River Falls, Minnesota. There you go.
Minnesota, Cody. All right, one last one. I just wanted everyone to see this.
Krista, you're right. I am right. You are so right. I am right. It is the Fritos.
I'm not sold yet. But check out this picture. Would you ever post a picture like this?
No. What the fuck?
Janelle.
And what is this? Is it selling? It has an order form attached to it.
Yeah, she hawks a plexus.
What's that?
it's like this pink drink. You'll see the Browns always holding like drinks, a green drink and a pink drink that it's an MLM.
I will say I was shook of all shookness when they said they were looking to buy a gym and start a gym. Now,
hilarious.
Why?
Because the mouth breather trainer Bill, the one who calls Janelle fat in front of everyone,
and who Mary wants. Maybe
when Christine wants. And Janelle fucking hates because like he fucking called her out for being like, you're like 1 foot in the grave, Janelle. You're so fucking fat.
I mean,
he wanted to like, they were going to go into business together, but then I think they all figured out that none of them actually had money. So then they just then they all took out their like 401ks and invested it in Robyn's My Sister Wives Closet business.
I am really sad that doesn't still exist, because I did try and go online to like order myself something. Thought it'd be kind of fun to have something to sport during this, but I guess it's defunct.
I own a bunch of merchandise, including this.
Oh, you do?
Including this envelope that I received that Aurora wrote. Aurora is the one that like sends these out, and she spelled my name Amanada.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
You know it, bitch.
Oh, okay. Do you have jewelry from them?
I do. I have a ring that I keep on a necklace because like the sizing is like way too small for my chubby ass fingers. And then I have what else do I have? Oh no, I don't have anything. But Jean, our like boots on the ground Jean, she owns Janelle's necklace, and I own a bunch of stuff from Lizzie's Heritage Inn that Jean sent us. Anyway. From Mary's.
They're opening a gym. We get to see trainer Bill. He's back, baby. And they do this whole bullshit. You know, so they're looking. I'm kind of like confused because they didn't show at the beginning that a breakdown of like where their houses are located until like halfway through the episode. They did show that they're kind of on these different streets and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a really funny moment where Robyn shows like her true colors and like total body language.
Oh,
situation.
You don't say. Yeah.
They're like all sitting on the couch, and I think that Christine says, well, the reason we all entered this family is because we all did want sister wives. And Robyn nods and rolls her eyes while she's nodding. And then she does the like tight-lipped, like
beaker face?
Well, no, it's like the tight-lipped thing that is considered like a body language type sign that you're pissed off or that you are lying or that you don't agree.
It's like when the queens on Drag Race lick their teeth. Like,
oh, I do that. Oh, I do that.
No, I do that too. Yeah.
Oh, I do the stone face. That's actually one of my favorite things. Is like looking into someone's eyes, just like stone faced. I really like that. So I did find some slight things. I know last time I did mention that Robyn had a Rolex potentially.
Yeah.
She does not.
Okay.
She does not. I saw that Christine had an Invicta. And I believe that Robyn might have had an Invicta as well. I couldn't see the symbol as much, but I did tell that it did not say Rolex, so I at least knew that. And that made me feel slightly better. They go out to this lunch, and Mary's like acts really weirdly passive aggressive at them of like, she's like, well, don't you want, I can't remember what exactly they say, but they're like, oh yeah, don't you want to see the baby or something? Like, of course I want to see the baby. And Mary still has her like her strong eyes every time the camera catches her. I did find this there was this really interesting moment in here where Mary's telling a story about the birth of Leon. Okay.
Yeah.
And people have to have picked up on this. She says when Leon was born, Cody said it's a boy because the umbilical cord was there. And then I was like, wait, isn't that weird? That not weird, but like so serendipitous or like,
yeah, it's interesting
that was the story that was being told of like,
right.
they
But it
thought
also
they were
mostly
a
shows
boy.
that Cody is a fucking idiot.
Well, he's a complete idiot because the umbilical cord isn't anywhere near the penis.
Yeah, and this is also like the third child, I think. I think there was Logan and then Aspen, and now here's your third child, and he's still so dumb.
So
dumb
Mary, I thought Mary was the original wife.
She is, but she had she has infertility problems, but she was able to have Leon. But Janelle got immediately pregnant, and then I think Logan and Aspen are like the same age, or they're a year apart.
So they were.
So Mary was third to be pregnant, but first wife.
So Cody didn't have any kids with Mary when he married the other ones.
No.
Got it.
But the thing that he'll do is that once one wife is pregnant, he'll go get another wife. Because like once Janelle was pregnant, he got Christine. Once Christine was pregnant, he married Robyn. It's so fucking stupid.
They show this little bald baby reading a book. And who is this bald baby? It's a weird cut.
Probably
moment.
Logan. Logan's a kind of a busted baby.
I didn't say they were busted.
Oh, I'm saying some of these babies are really busted and they have a lot of rosacea. But they do a lot of flashbacks to like old pictures and videos, and all of these kids are younger than both of us, but all of the footage and pictures look like it was like from 1955.
The way that they did it. Well, they're also
just
doing
how
all that
shitty.
stuff like in their home. By the way the show would make you believe, they did the ultrasound in their house while all the children were watching. Is that
maybe.
what happened? Because they show a scene of Robyn getting the ultrasound and there's kids and then it cuts back to kids sitting around like watching them. What?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Then they have this conversation where they filmed while Mary was in Mexico with Cody.
Yeah, they go to Mexico a lot.
They filmed themselves, I presume, before the show started even. Cody talking about how getting in vitro fertilization, and then
oh no, this was part of the storyline in like season 1 or 2. They were discussing maybe getting IVF, but Mary was like on the fence about it
because she says that she doesn't agree with it, and I kind of am confused why. Like, I don't get that.
No, I think that she was considering it, but she knew deep down, like, if I have another baby with Cody, it's going to be awful because he hates me. I think she knew.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think. Oh, I don't think, like, that's definitely what happened, that she was considering it. And also Cody kept pressuring her, like, okay, are we going to do this? Because all I want to do is jizz inside my new diesel jeans model wife, Robyn. So like, he was like really putting the pressure on her. Then she was about to tell him, yes, I agree to do this. And then he goes, actually, I don't want him anymore. So it was over. And then she got catfish, and then she put the banana in her mouth. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I don't even know where to go from there.
I forgot for a moment what pictures I had here. Well, I do have this photo.
Oh God, it's.
I also took this photo.
Ew.
Where it looks like he's gonna like bite her stomach. And unfortunately, I couldn't get a good screenshot, but Splash Zone Daddy was there for the birth. And I can, I have some more notes down here, and let's see if there's anything. One thing I don't love here is they play the most dramatic ass music on this show. I swear to God, they'll be talking about whatever, and it's like, oh,
I know. The soundtrack is really.
I think that's one of the reasons I don't like it as much.
Just so you know, when McKelty and Tony get married, she makes Christine sing at the wedding. She sings "Let Me Call You Sweetheart" because it's like copyright free, and it's like, "Let me."
That is not a song I want anyone to sing. No, that's not a cute sounding song.
Right, but then we get a reprise of that in the most recent season or 2 seasons ago, where Isabel is graduating and the whole family has planned to sing Natasha Bedingfield, "Release Your Inhibition."
No.
Yeah, it's so good. This show is so good. Feel the
anyway,
rain on yours.
here are continued questions. How the fuck do they have money for this cul-de-sac? that they're going to buy.
They
Cody
don't. That's
makes
why they
me
have to
want
move
to
out.
barf. They're considering the home birth on the bed. Robyn's dad seems nice, but kind of weird. Like, I don't need to watch my
It's also
daughter's
her stepdad.
vag. Oh God, you told. Okay.
It's like almost worse somehow.
One of the times, okay, Robyn's describing how if she got an epidural, it would be like missing the moment of having your baby because God makes you
I've heard
feel
a
it
lot of
in this
women say
special
that.
way. And all I want to know is like how much does it make her orgasm? It's very clear that giving birth is like her ultimate
It's turning her on,
orgasm
yeah.
thing. Like it's hitting her
Well, because
G-spot or
the
something.
attentions, because all the attention's on Robyn. I think she gets off on that. When Jenny, our friend Jenny, one of the funniest people in the world,
She
when
did a
gave
silent birth too.
No, she was like, she's like, the second she went into labor, she's like, hook it up to my fucking veins.
That would be me. I'd be like, knock me out and pull the baby out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't need to live all this.
Right?
Robyn's like, my body is made by God and it's just so beautiful. It just opens up for it. It just takes it, gives it out.
Now, what do you think about the fucking as
this?
Yeah. That, but as Corey from Surviving Sister Wives noted, the power move that Robyn pulls right after the birth with Mary,
where she tells her to leave.
No, where she sends Vagina Daddy and Cody out of the room, and Cody's not happy about it, and then she's like, Murray, I want a part of me, and a part of you, and a part of Cody, and I'll give birth to your child. It's such a fucking manipulative power ass
Do you
move.
think, or is it part of the whole scheme that Robyn and Mary are kind of vibing with each other?
No, because Robyn treats Mary like shit. You'll see in like later
well,
seasons.
Mary very clearly is vibing for Robyn.
Whole
thing. She's like, I really, I don't really care about any of the other wives' births or any of their children or any of them because, they're not hot. I mean, they're not as nice as Robyn is to me. And so I need to be there. One place they play a really bad music is when Mary comes to see the baby. It's like boom, 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 coming up the stairs. She finally gets to the stairs and it's like, and I'm like, this is the music we've chosen. Like that. It's like some villain charging a castle here to like steal this baby. Now, maybe they are trying to play off like a whole, like Maleficent type thing, right?
I think that Robyn was like, look, I love being pregnant because it means I don't have to work and all the attention's on me and I can just bitch and moan for 9 months about Cody, he put a baby in Dale. And then she can also be the hero. And if Mary says no, then still she's kind of the hero because she offered. What a thoughtful person.
So lovely. Basically, the way that Cody talks this whole episode and talks about kissing Mary even when Robyn's giving birth and how he had to kiss Robyn even when Christine was giving birth. He talks like he thinks he is like the biggest stud in the world for getting these women and kissing all these women. Like there's this glint in his eye and this smile on his face that just makes me want to like reach through and just like choke him out really hard.
Oh yeah. Honestly, Joan, like he's likable in these seasons compared to the COVID seasons. Because just doesn't, he's a complete monster.
This is likable?
Compared to recent seasons. Like now he's just a like public enemy number one. In terms
I
of
would like you guys to just look at this photo.
Right there.
She had a pattern too. It started out like this. Then it went. Then and then.
Meanwhile, Vagina Daddy is down there just clickety clacking.
Well, they do have some bad out of time, like they fuck up the timing here because Vagina's Daddy's already in there like taking pictures, and then Christine shows up with the camera or whoever shows up.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Okay, we find out Mary wasn't for the other babies, especially Christine, and truly she did not feel this way at all. And the part that really made me want to just curl up and die is Robyn's going and Cody is like, "Oh yeah, good job. Keep going. And then he's like, "I'm touching it right now." And then that made me want to vomit. So I was recovering from that. And then in the half a fucking second, this pops out. Literally. Like half a second later, they yank the entire baby out. And I've seen babies and things like I don't think I've ever seen a baby that fresh out of the thing.
I really haven't either. Even on
jarring.
Teen Mom, they don't show it that.
No. This was like slip out. Here it is. It's covered.
Yeah.
When I say it looked like that, it looked like this.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong.
That's why I was like, you know what? It's so perfect. All of this is just there's so much synergy here.
Are you starting to understand like why the obsession?
I totally get why people would be into it and watch it.
Fascinating.
Etc.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I'm not sure.
It is fascinating because the things
disgusting
that come out
and weird.
It's disgusting.
Is another
but as
word.
you learn more about this family, like, and then going back and rewatching, it's like it's watching like this should be shown in like psychology classes. Now,
it's really interesting watching it now that like I do know what has happened.
Yeah.
Because I can't see any of the times when the four of the wives are sitting there with Cody and they're talking about their marriage and all that. It seems not real ever.
Oh, the couch interviews are the best part because the body language is always so funny. And the best person to watch is Janelle because Janelle fucking hates Robyn.
Well, and you can just tell that like all of them are uncomfortable with each other. Like you can see where
they're scared of Cody.
Headed. They think Cody's a fucking idiot too. Like,
oh yeah, they're all smarter than Cody. Maybe not Robyn.
A couple more disgusting moments here where they're talking about how she's going to wait to deliver the. They're going to wait to deliver the placenta before they cut the umbilical cord, and here are the lines. Okay. They're like, oh yeah, this is going to be, it's giving all the nutrients. And Cody, I can't remember who says this, but I think Cody says cord blood is awesome. And then Robyn says, yeah, it's the best stuff. It's one way or the other. Ew. Either Robyn says cord blood is awesome and he says, yeah, it's the best stuff. But they have that exchange where I want to then after I've already thrown myself out the window, I now want a giant thing to come impale me so I don't have to exist in a world where cord blood is awesome, according to Cody Brown. Now, one last little thing. I'm going to leave. They play this horrendous fucking music in these episodes where it's like, songs of praise we sing. Down to God in the light of the world. I don't even know what
that song was in me and Jody's head for like 2 weeks following that. We would just text each other and go, what song's on your head? And we'd be like, that song.
It doesn't make sense. It's so bad, so badly sung. It's like one of the editors was like, oh, let's just play some of the music. And I'll just go like, God is love and real.
Yeah.
And he brings babies.
Everyone's saying sunbeam. Yeah, no, I know that's the famous one. A sunbeam, a sunbeam. I'll be a sunbeam for him. Jesus wants me as a sunbeam.
One thing I'm going to leave. I'm going to end Browntown with a declaration to a dumb bitch named Robyn Brown. And I'm going to tell you, her baby is born. And do you know her comment about her newborn baby?
What?
He's a fatty.
Nice. And Cody goes, he looks like my little boys. Well, yeah, you dumb shit. He is your little boy.
Here's an idea. let's stop telling children that they're fatties, even if you think it's funny.
Yeah. That's where it starts.
One of the kids is already pissed off and rebelling and hates Robyn, hates the child, and
Hunter.
He's the one.
He's the one who can get it, according to most of our audience. Now,
there you go. Thanks, everyone.
Next week, my next. If anyone wants to see this list, it's on our TikTok. Love to Hate Pod. I think you can find us. But I made a master list, Cody, of just like the best episodes of every season. And the next one on the docket is, I think, season 5 it is, or season 4, but it's episode 1, Polygamous Death Threat.
Now tell me, is this a 40-minute episode? Tell me now.
They're all 40 minutes from here on in. So just get ready.
No. Here's the problem is in like 2 weeks, I'm going to have to be watching 40 minutes of this and 40 minutes of Che Diaz. I may die. You're
going to have a blast. Here's the plot line really quickly. And I'll let you guys. They're trying to qualify for their loans for the cul-de-sac. And one of the wives first of all, every single one of them have filed for bankruptcy at some point because Cody's a piece of shit. But one of the wives might not be able to qualify because she's in $30,000 Victoria's Secret credit card debt. Who do you think that might be?
Mary.
Yep, totally Mary.
I think it's Robyn. Stupid Robyn.
Oh yeah,
I hate her.
Yeah.
Don't call your baby a fatty, you piece of shit.
That's the thing that pissed you off the most about it.
It kind of did.
Okay. Let's wrap this up.
Your newborn baby a fatty? That is disgusting. You're a piece of crap. Good job instilling horrible things in your child. They're going to be fucked up forever. As though you already haven't fucked them up enough by making them a polyglot.
When Farrah Abraham gave birth on Teen Mom, Deborah the first thing that said is, "Oh, she's a conehead."
Oh my god. Deb's OG.
Deb's OG breaking through. All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, babies.
Love you guys.
So one thing I'll say is we are gonna do our Patreon. If you want to join our Patreon, it's patreon.com/pod and the city. Over there we do like a little weekly roundup too of like I'm gonna show some of my Barbies because I did get to go see Bill and Peggy. And I have my Jewel Essence Barbie.
And then we'll do some ASMR, or you will do some ASMR.
I do have an ASMR moment planned because we did miss that last time. So buckle in, friends. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's it. Check out our Patreon. Like us. Please just click like and subscribe.
Please, God, subscribe. And remember, you can make extra. This may be considered fraud, but in some countries. But make extra Gmail accounts and then subscribe to our YouTube. We'll love you so much. I mean, you guys, honestly, if you're right here, I already love you. So whatever.
Walter knows we're wrapping up. So let's say goodbye. And then we're going to record our girls episode.
If you feel like it, in a little bit, I found out we only have to have 500 subscribers to get stickers.
Super stickers. Yeah, people can like tip us.
If you don't have that or don't want to, you can also tip us on PayPal if you felt like it at patcpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Let's set this up. Hang on. I'll put the cover on. God, this is a fucking disaster. Okay.
What are we setting up?
Just the outro, Joan.
Oh, this is how we do it. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.